You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens weekly, where two old guys and one very, very rather young lady try some stuff that was sent over to us from England.
From where?
From England.
Where's that?
Do
you know where that? Does anyone know where that is?
No.
Do you know where that is? No, no one knows where it is. We're gonna trust it though. England. Sounds made up.
England.
Sounds made up.
England. So what we do here is play video games, talk about stuff, and currently we're playing down through alphabetically the games of the NES Classic. And today we are talking about Super C.
Super C.
Super C. But before that,
The sequel to Super B.
Super B, exactly. Oh, I've got a thing.
Yeah.
I've got a thing.
Yeah, right, great.
Before we get to that, I have here a package from one Ross Rachel Green across the pond. And I saw the customs declaration was simply written chocolate.
All right.
So, because it says chocolate on it,
Right.
I have to bring in one rather young lady, Choco Chica.
Hello.
Hi, Choco Chica.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
All right,
Thank
I'm going
you.
to crack open this package. The first thing I see here is something called HP sauce.
Hewlett Packard sauce. We took all your computers, smashed them together, and then you're gonna drink the juice.
I see nothing chocolatey on the ingredients list, so I'm going to set this aside for when she's gone.
Is that like?
Because I don't want to try that.
You don't want to try that?
No.
Another thing,
That looks
Coleman's mustard.
Mustard. Oh, English
Coleman's
mustard.
mustard.
That's supposed to be like spicy and stuff.
I hear it's very good.
Yeah.
Do you want to try this? No?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there is actually no chocolate in here.
You tricked
We're
us.
very sorry.
Well, next thing I'm pulling out is
That looks like chocolate.
Galaxy Cookie Crumble.
Now that is pink foiled chocolate.
Looks pretty
Looks
good.
like. It looks good.
Let me
All right.
grab a picture of this real quick.
So that is, you're susceptible to packaging. Haven't even tried it yet.
Very.
Like, it looks good.
I'm going to plan to put it on Instagram.
Okay.
Whether it gets there or not, I don't know, but I'm going to plan to put it on Instagram.
Okay. If anybody on Facebook would like to start a poll on whether or not they think it will wind up on Instagram, please feel free.
It looks like it would be for Valentine's Day because of the wrapping.
Yeah, because it's
It
pink.
does.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is Galaxy flavored
That's
chocolate.
Dave. There you are. All right. Galaxy.
Or is Galaxy the brand?
Hey,
Smells like
Galaxy's
dark
the
chocolate.
brand.
Does kind of smell like,
Cookie Crumble.
I don't know.
Smooth and creamy Galaxy chocolate with delicious piece of chocolate cookie. Why have cotton when you can have silk?
Okay.
All
My
right.
goodness.
All right.
It's good.
I'm very good.
Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. It's like an English Twix.
Has like a little bit of a mild like toffee flavor to it. I think that's the English. It's the English in it.
Yeah.
English tastes like toffee.
Everything over there tastes a little bit like toffee. Or the queen doesn't allow it to hit the shelves. It's true.
The second thing I'm pulling out,
Is a Reptar bar.
the Nestle's Milky Bar. Milk is our #1 ingredient.
So this is not. There's no way this is chocolate.
No, I'm gonna assume it's white chocolate.
Yeah. Do you like white chocolate? Mm-hmm. Choco Chica?
Yep.
Okay. How do you feel about it compared to like dark chocolate?
I like white chocolate better.
You like white chocolate better? Me too.
It's very white chocolate. It's the whitest of chocolates.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, this is Nestle. Look at that. It's branded right on
there.
Right on the top.
Slave labor. Nestle. All right. Nestle Milk Bar. Milky Bar.
Milk bar?
Milk
All right.
Bar. Okay.
Tastes like white chocolate.
That's different.
At the beginning, I couldn't really taste it.
You couldn't?
I don't know
I
why.
taste a lot of milk.
Yeah, it's thick. Yeah, it sticks around. I like that. That was good.
All right.
What's up?
The Nestle Caramac.
Caramac. All right. From the Nestle people.
Let's see here.
Featuring products such as Quick.
This
And-
is somewhere in between.
What else does Nestle make?
Water.
Water. Yeah. Wow.
Sort of a
What a difference.
caramelly
Thank you.
sort of color.
Caramac.
Caramac. So I'm assuming it's caramel.
Like John Caramac.
It sort of looks orange in a way. Like if you put it far away.
It does look a little orange. You know, probably gonna make us all sick.
It came a very long
Yeah.
way.
Right.
All right. Caramac.
All right. Not a fan.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Oh, it's dry.
Yeah, the texture feels like the way it tastes, like the texture doesn't match the way it tastes. I feel like it should be chewy.
Does I feel like, yeah.
It's not. It is like the consistency of like a Hershey bar
I thought caramel was gonna be in it because
because of the name. Yeah.
I'm not even sure what to say. It's very, very different.
I say it's bad.
Yeah.
Thumbs down. What say you,
And
Choco
what-
Chico? Nah, all right.
All right. And lastly,
Oh, heck yeah.
3 Cadbury cream eggs.
All right.
I'm
So-
excited for this one.
Let's not tell them that we can actually get these here and that they're delicious. But they might be different, right?
I haven't tried one of these yet.
It's true. They might be different.
Yeah, they may taste different.
You never had one of these
You've never
before?
had a Cadbury cream egg?
Oh.
Oh my
I
god.
probably have, but I probably don't remember.
No, it's better if you have it.
It smells like dark chocolate.
And the aroma, yeah, you like it.
It's good. It is Easter time.
It's true.
We'll
All
have to
right,
bake
here we
this.
go.
Ready? We gotta put the whole thing in your mouth, eat it at once.
That's good.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
that's good.
You also have a bunch of mine.
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat the rest of mine, sorry.
That is a lot. Mm-hmm. A lot to go through.
My jaws hurt.
Only
That's
800
thicker than
calories
peanut
per
butter.
egg.
Oh, I bet. I bet, man.
For a second, when I saw the stuff inside of it, I thought it was coconut.
Oh, that would be-
It does like coconut cream.
And so
That'd be great.
Well,
I was
Dave
like,
and I would be down.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't like coconut.
So pretty good. Is that the best batch of chocolate yet?
I'm deciding between the first one and this one.
Oh, the Galaxy?
Yeah. You don't know. Pretty close between the Galaxy and the Cadbury egg.
Do you need some more Galaxy to taste against?
I don't know.
I'm trying to set you up here for as much chocolate as you can eat.
There you go. Put the two together.
Oh, look at that. Goes right inside. That's going to be interesting, huh?
Is that the way to do it?
What'd you think?
It's hard to chew.
Do you ever mix all the sodas together? You ever do that, like at a soda machine?
A graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard. Yeah, or suicide. Depends. You're opening the HP sauce,
Yeah.
the HP Lovecraft.
Go ahead and get these prepped and ready. So you get the tie.
The tie between the Cadbury eggs and Galaxy.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
That just looks gross.
Oh, I'm ready to try this mustard.
I've heard good things about this
Oh
method.
yeah, me too. My boss, who is British, always complains about how we don't have good mustard. I'm like, all right, it's fine. I agree with you. I've had mustard overseas before, where you take the seeds and you mix the water, and it's like, that's good. Mm-hmm. You could probably get it here.
I'm sure somewhere. There you go.
You could reconstructed the egg.
All right, well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
there's a letter.
I'm gonna read this letter. You probably don't want to hear what's on it, Choco Chica.
You don't want to stick around for the whole episode? Did you play Super C? You could talk about it with us. We're gonna say lots of bad words.
Okay, I'll go.
I will give you all the chocolate.
Thank you.
As a
Thank you for
parting
coming
gift.
on.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Oh, half of it's two Choco Chico.
Oh, damn. Well, she'll have to listen to this episode tomorrow, like everybody else.
Dearest Choco Chica, I have scoured the lands of Great Britain, and I enclose for you a selection of the finest British chocolate I could find.
Whoa! I thought these were from England.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck, Ross Richard? Where are you?
Wait a minute.
Galaxy Cookie Crunch is a personal favorite of mine. It's a very smooth, fairly sweet chocolate with cookie pieces that adds a second texture and slightly bitter taste of the chocolate.
I prefer Cookie Crunch 64. But fuck Cookie Crunch Sunshine. It's the worst.
Milky Bar is something that's been around for a very long time and is particularly famous for the adverts that used to show when I was a child.
Huh.
They're called commercials. Come on.
So I want to. Does he elaborate on the adverts?
Nope.
Show notes. We will find these things.
Hopefully Tyler has shared some of these with you like I have asked. Yep. It's a very milky white chocolate and I recall pretty sweet. It was never a favorite of mine, but still pretty good.
I do not like this, but
here we go.
Here you go.
Caramac is something I personally never liked.
Yay!
Although I know you can get it where you live.
Oh, really? I've never seen it.
So at least you can tell people about it. It's a caramel-flavored white chocolate. Okay, that makes sense.
Caramel-flavored white chocolate.
Which is, again, pretty sweet. But it's been many years since I've tried it. This was pretty hard to find, so I hope you enjoy it.
Well, thanks.
About as much as you do.
Yeah, we didn't really enjoy it, but thanks for tracking it down.
Please share these with your sisters. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, well, that's up to her.
It's probably not likely you would try them often. Dearest Tyler and Dave. For you,
the good stuff.
Yeah. For you, I've enclosed 2 items that Tyler requested.
3 butt plugs.
They are HP brown sauce and Coleman's mustard.
Okay, excellent.
I don't want to tell you about any of these. I want you to go in with no preconceptions about
Perfect.
taste.
Excellent.
However, I highly recommend that you try them with sausages.
Well,
Whoops.
Well, let's save them then.
Let's
get some yeah, hell yeah. Let's get some Vienna sausages.
The proper way.
Yeah. Yeah, let's save them.
It doesn't matter if they're cold or hot, but both of these are meat condiments.
Okay.
I would avoid putting either of these on chicken, so no tendies, I'm afraid. With
we don't
much
have those
love
either.
from the UK, Ross Rachel
Wait,
Green.
the UK?
I don't know. He's just trying to trick us.
First England, then Britain, then the UK? What the hell? So let's eat them the proper way. You don't happen to have sausage here, do you?
Nope. Not in here. Not in the house.
All right. Yeah, let's save them.
But I think the only meat I do have, ironically, is chicken. Because that's what I got for
Yeah,
dinner.
well, that's probably, I mean, I feel like, okay, Family Feud style, put top 5 meats on the board. Number 1 in the American household is probably going to be chicken, followed by beef, right? Well, yeah, probably beef, and then like some kind of fish after beef. What do you think? Or pork? Are there more meats?
Pork, I mean bacon.
I forgot about bacon and ham. Yeah,
Yep.
there's lots of ham. And then turkey. Turkey's probably, turkey's,
We keep thinking of meat.
that's a meat. They were out of meats.
And then, yes, fish, shrimp.
Shrimp's not a meat. It's a sea bug.
Around here, venison.
Yeah, that's true. Venison. Lamb. Can't forget about lamb.
I love
Remember
lamb.
that episode where we just listed meat?
Name meats.
I love it. Okay, let's just do that.
Bison. Bison's a little more rare. Ostrich.
Yeah,
Get
bison.
ostrich.
Have you ever had ostrich?
I have.
Yeah, how is it?
It's all right.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Yeah.
you talk about it, so it can't be great,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, it's been a long time. That and alligator.
You know, there's probably a guy who's like, just had ostrich and loved it. And like, people are just tired of him saying stuff about it. Like, I can imagine, like, that would be like a Ron in the office or something. It's just like, oh man, I had ostrich last year.
No.
When me and Susan went on,
We were at Sandals.
yeah, it's Sandals, Johannesburg. I'm pretty sure ostriches do not live in South Africa, but I could be mistaken.
But then an alligator, which is just like a really chewy chicken.
Alligator's not good.
Yeah.
I don't like alligator. If it were cheaper and not like a touristy meat, you know what I mean? Like, it's just too expensive for how not good it is.
Yep.
There's plenty of alligators. And it's like, it's expensive because I lived in Louisiana, and it's like, it's expensive there. And it's expensive there because everybody wants to try it. And none of the locals really eat it because it's very expensive and not as good as chicken.
Because at the restaurant I used to manage downtown, they had on brunch on Sundays, they would do an alligator meat omelet.
An
for
alligator
brunch.
meat.
No one got it. And it was super
Like no one
expensive.
understood it.
Well, I think
What is
that's
this
interesting. I'm not going to spend like $12 on it though.
Oh, they had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, it's expensive.
And more than likely, like an alligator omelet. No.
Try alligator once. That's my suggestion. Try it once.
Even Brainy Jr. has had alligator once. I was very surprised. Very surprised.
I want to have ostrich now. I feel left out. I'm not in the ostrich club. Bison I've had. Not great, honestly. I think bison
sort of like a dry.
Yeah. What other animals have we eaten? In 50 years, it's just going to be, if we were to do this podcast in 50 years, we just list bugs. Locusts, grasshoppers, ants. Top three answers on the board.
Top 3.
That's it. Remember when we ran out of chickens in 2030?
Yep. And then shortly after cows. I bet cows will go first.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought cows.
chicken.
Yeah, cows hung in there. Must be those Chick-fil-A ads.
So it was in Futurama, they talk about the rare and delicious cow meat that only the 1% can afford.
Sure. Yes.
All right.
What's up, man? How are you?
Nothing. I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
The deaf guy came back at work.
Oh, fuck.
So I just wanted to follow it up. Mr. $20 to $30 came back twice. He came back twice.
Damn.
Yeah. The first time he came back.
Does he listen? Do you know?
Well, he is deaf.
Is he though?
Nah, maybe.
Is he though?
So if he is listening, fuck you. So he came back and we ran him off. I ran him off once again. My responsibility. And then the next time he came back, I heard a knock on the back door at work. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to last episode and then all will be made clear. Also, by the way, thank you everybody on the TADPOG Facebook page for all of your homeless person gifts in the comments. That was amazing. And hopefully, I don't know, hopefully you can find a whole bunch of other gifts to post on this episode.
More hobo gifts.
More hobo gifts. So he came back. Here's what happened. I heard a knock on the door in the back, and I was like, that's either a delivery man or the panhandler's back. So I heard a knock on the door. I jumped out of my seat immediately because I was like, I'm going to beat whoever this is. I'm going to beat him to the door. Like, they're not coming in. That was my goal. I'm going to dwarven defender this bitch. And that's exactly what I did. I heard the knock. I ran to the door. I opened the door, and it's him. And he's standing there with all of his tattoos, and he's got his hat is way too big for his head.
What is it, a hat? What's the hat of?
I don't know. It's probably like, I don't know because it's hard to pay attention to everything at once. So it's like I have to like just kind of like watch his hands. You know what I mean?
He's like someone from the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot going on.
Yeah, exactly. Not the fox-faced girl. Most of the time, I'm just watching his hands. And he has a lot of nice tattoos on his hands, which is kind of one of those things where it's like, come on, man. I know those tattoos you got on your hands are like easily hundreds of dollars because it's like they look good, they look new, they're big, they're not shitty like jailhouse tattoos or anything or do-it-yourselfers. But I'm always watching his hands. And so I swing the door open and I just take a step outside. Like I just get like right up in his face.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're not getting it. I'm not like aggressive. I'm not like looking angry at him. I'm just like, here's my body. If you want to get into this building, you will have to stab me.
If the tiny front desk girl can do this, I can do this.
Exactly.
Stab.
Yeah. She gave me inspiration. So he's holding this wet, like Piggly Wiggly plastic bag that looks like there are clothes in it. And he's pointing at it, just yelling nonsense. Because,
Because, he's making it up.
He's either deaf or, he's making it up. And I'm like, I don't know what's in that bag, but please go away. And he, like, looks at me confused and hands me, this time he's got a sheet of paper ready, which I think this is just evidence that this motherfucker is not deaf and he is just straight up just trying to milk it. Because it's like every other time he's come in the building, he's asked for the pen and the pencil and paper to write it out, right? So it's like I feel like that's part of the theatrics. But we shortcut that shit. He just reaches in his pocket, hands me a small note, a small like corner of a yellow legal pad that says, "I'm homeless, $20 to $30 on it." And I'm like, again with the $20 to $30? I handed him the note back. I said, no. I said, nope. Goodbye. I'm sorry. We do not have that kind of money here. If all of us in this building were to pull all of our money together,
we might get the $30, maybe.
And we'd spend that on more jars of salsa for the refrigerator in the break room.
Yeah, that's right. We do need another big jug of paste picante sauce in the fridge. So ran him off just like a huge asshole. And hopefully he does not come back again, because if he can hear me, then he heard me say, please do not come back.
Well, if he comes back, take the bag of wet clothes from him, and we'll send it to the first person who replies on Facebook.
Yes, because I'll buy them from him. Oh, that would have been great. I should have like pulled out a 20 out of my pocket and like hand it to him, and like as he goes to grab it, just kind of pull it away and point to the bag, gesture for it. All right, fair's fair. I give you $20. You give me that bag of clothes.
We'll start a GoFundMe. And it'll be people can donate, and we'll just see what we can buy off this hobo when he comes in. It'll become like a hobo weekly scavenger. What did you bring us today?
All right. I was about to say that is a great idea, and we could film it and release it as Patreon bonus content. But then I remembered that there's bum fights.
Yeah.
A thing that when it came out, I was young enough where I thought it was funny, and now I think it's very sad.
Uh-huh. Because, man, I remember watching that over at your and Brendan's place.
Oh, yeah. We loved it. We did.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
It was funny.
When you're a teenage boy, it's hilarious.
19 years old, it is hilarious. I can't remember. We mentioned it on a show, on one of our podcast episodes, like a couple years back. And I remember when we did, I think I linked something like to a Bum Fights video or something in the show notes. That shit is awful. It is the worst.
Oh, there's still that. Well, probably there's still that homeless guy out there with the Bum Fights tattoo on his forehead.
I believe, if I remember correctly, I think that his name was Rufus. And I only remember that because of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, he's President Shinra's son.
So, right.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when Avalanche comes to town and fucking destroys your corporation. You wind up tattooing shit on your forehead and fighting for whiskey. I can't remember what he was fighting for, but probably scotch or whiskey. Probably scotch, let's face it.
Man, those fucking videos. You're right. Damn.
Also, I have an important announcement to make. Part of this is just to rub it in your face, Tyler. But,
okay, good.
At the cabin weekend party, we had an NBA James tournament.
Yeah, we did.
I would like to announce that I not only won that tournament,
I saw that,
but I was not defeated in that tournament. And also, no one gave me the whole reason. Like, I didn't even want to play. And then I was like, oh, wait, I think Christian Leitner's in this game. I will play. And then I played as the Timberwolves. No one said a damn thing. I was playing as Leitner. No one said a thing.
Oh, I thought someone else was Leitner. I didn't know you were Leitner.
No, I was, but Ryder and West, way better. So every night, here's what I do. Because as a disciple of Billy Mitchell, I was like, we got to play this full like villain shit to the hilt. So what I do is, on games where I was like up way ahead in the second quarter, the third quarter, I trot Leitner out. I just bring him out because like his stats are bad. Whoever made NBA James Midway,
Rick Pitino.
Yeah, they must have been like a UK fan or something because Leitner's not a bad player, right? Or was he a bad player?
I heard he's an okay player.
His stats in NBA
He has
James,
probably one of the best shots in all of college basketball. I got him on the fucking Olympic team.
Sure.
But overall, I don't, that he's an average player.
Well, I trotted him out just to rub it in. And it reminded me that it's like, man, as a kid, I fucking like, every time up until Ninja Turtles, on the playground, I'd always want to play the villain because I always liked the villains, and like Disney movies were like always just so fucking interesting because like I feel like in a lot of movies like anyone could have been the hero, like anyone could have done what the hero did, but it's like there's only one person who is a real shitbag, and that person tends to be super interesting. Also, it's just fun. It's just fun to like, I don't know. It's just fun to kind of be a dick sometimes.
I watched you play Ultima Online.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with your ethos.
So I don't know. I mean, it's like it's also fun now because
that
it's
should be our shirt. Just a black T-shirt with an image of Tokiabi on it.
My Yu-Gi-Oh character.
Written in red, and then quote unquote, it's fun to be a dick sometimes. Dave Moore.
It's fun to be a dick sometimes. In quotes, Gandhi. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun because it's like I try to not be UO Dave anymore. So it's fun every now and then where it's just like
Darkest Day.
fuck it, yeah, Darkest Day. And also, I wanted to really get fucking trashed that night. I brought a fucking fifth of Jaeger, and I barely touched it because it's like that's how much that fucking tournament. Like
It was really fun.
I won one game, and then it was like, I think that I could win this. So I was like, I just left that Jaeger in the freezer, and I was like, I took a little bit out just to ease the nerves a little bit.
Smooth it out a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So it was fun. And thanks to your brother, Ryan, of Being Your Brother fame, for lending us the NBA James cart.
Yeah,
And an
both
extra
of 'em.
controller. Yeah, he had tournament edition and regular. Also, I meant to mention this earlier. Ross Rachel Green has a podcast that you should listen to.
Oh, yes.
And it is called Nothing to Play.
You are correct. I was pulling it up.
I listen to it. They do news a lot, which is I like because I don't listen to a lot of video game podcasts that exclusively do news. Loaded Cart with Paul Kluel. They used to do
And
news. Dan. Yeah, but I never met Dan.
I never met
so-
Dan. I know Dan's first name is Dan.
I've never met
He's
Paul
Daniel. He's
either,
Daniel.
so that is not a good excuse. I should rephrase. I've barely spoken to Dan. So.
Yeah.
But there you go. One more thing, because I mean, I just want to stretch this out as long as fucking
Sure.
possible. I started playing the guitar again.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, I bought a. You probably remember, like way back before I moved to Lexington, I bought a guitar and I played it for a little bit, and then
Because you do have this thing I've heard of called musical talent.
I don't know if you
that
call
I-
it talent.
Well, you have it and I don't.
I have musical experience. I don't know if it's talent, but Lord
Well,
Dennis.
I have musical experience too, and it still doesn't amount to anything.
Lord Dennis started playing Rocksmith 2014. Are you familiar with that game?
Yep.
And I've heard lots of good things about it. I know a listener of ours and a streamer, Tom Goodman, he had some really good things to say about it too. And this is like software, a game. I don't know what to call it.
Like a Guitar Hero that teaches you to actually play the guitar.
Yeah, exactly. You plug your electric guitar in, and it is like fucking Guitar Hero, but it is with like the real, like you got to play the real notes, and they dumb it down if you're a fucking baby ass guitar player like me. But man, that trip, so I pulled the guitar out because I was like, all right, excellent. I got a guitar already. I don't have to buy it. Bought it a long time ago. I'm going to pull this out. We're going to be good to go. I pull it out, and then I realize, oh, yes, 2 strings on this motherfucker broke, and I never replaced them because I don't know how to do that. So
Well,
I was
it's
like,
easy. You can play and get your pipes like Kvoth in The Name of the Wind. There you go. For some people that was really good. They really enjoyed that.
sorry, that's a blank stare for me.
It's okay.
I'm not well read. Musical experience, yes. Literature, not so much.
Well, I bought you those books in case one day you want to read them.
I know. Yeah, you bought those as like hate gifts, I feel like, because it's like the third year. It's like, here's the other book. And I'm like, all right.
I'll buy you the third one whenever it comes
The
out.
second one. I wanted to read those books, so I just haven't.
I mean, they're good.
That's what I hear.
Whatever.
I
I
hear they're
mean,
good.
you could just wait till the third one comes out, and that'd be your excuse. Like, I'm waiting for the whole thing so I can binge it and be done.
I don't need an excuse. My excuse is I don't want to read the books. I'd love to enjoy it with you, and I know some of our listeners who enjoy it. But at the same time, I gotta read them. You know, that's kind of a problem.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It's kind of a problem.
I understand.
Because it's a problem because all I want to do.
I could not sit down and read a book. Like, that's just audiobooks work so I can do other shit while I do it. But actually read a hardback book, no, it's not going to happen.
I like listening to nonfiction audiobooks.
Yeah.
And then I can like clean, I can do dishes and all, I can do that stuff while I listen to nonfiction. Cannot do it with fiction. Can't do it. Like when I listen to Ready Player One, which by the way, we should see that movie.
Oh, yep.
I mean, it's coming out at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So like we should see that.
Absolutely.
Maybe do an episode on it?
Yep.
Because we did that whole Ready Player One series. I mean, I kind of feel like we kind of need to check it out, right?
I completely agree.
We don't normally talk about movies except for on Patreon episodes,
Uh-huh.
so I don't know. But anyway,
I'm down.
I don't have time to fucking read because all I want to do now is fucking play Rocksmith because it is like, oh my God, dude. Like, if there is any fucking way that I am going to learn how to play guitar, it is through gamification, because like they've got like arcade games set up in there to like teach you fundamentals, to teach you like where strings are and which frets are which. Like they've got like shooting galleries and stuff where essentially the guitar is your controller and you like Rock Band style, like shoot ducks and shit with it, which it sounds dumb, but it's actually really well done. And then you can play songs and stuff. Baby versions of the songs is what I'm on right now. But man, I had to get this fucking guitar restrung. Or really what I needed to do was just do it myself. So my boss, he owned a studio for a while and he's a musician. So I asked him, I was like, all right, I brought the guitar. I was like, what do? What do?
Head of music.
Yeah, please. So he told me what strings to get, and then I went down to the music store, and oh my God, like I don't think I ever want to go to a music store ever again. I think I just want to like.
I need a guitar string. What kind? Music guitar.
Right. Oh, did I not pronounce it right? Guitar.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Kentucky. Guitar.
Geatbox?
Guitar.
He asked me a bunch of questions that I didn't like. I mean, I can't even repeat what he said because I didn't understand it. And I was like, literally like, I don't know anything. I need strings. My boss said nines. Do you have nines? And then he laughed at me and then took me back to the wall guitar strings. And he like made a joke that he laughed at. I do not know what he said. And I just kind of like, it was like I was a dog and he was talking to me.
Are you like John Stockton trying to dunk a basketball? What do?
Strings. So he made a recommendation. He handed them to me, and I was like, yes, these. Thank you. These are strings? These are strings. They look like there's astronaut ice cream, the packaging, but you're telling me there are strings in here. And
They're magic strings. Plant them in the ground.
Right? He assured me. That they were indeed strings, and then said, are you familiar with blah, 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 blah? And I was like, no. And then he laughed at me again and he said he uses those strings. And I said, okay, I would like to buy these strings now, please.
There is, let's see, what is it? In the Stormlight Archive, which is Brandon Sanderson's fiction series, which is amazing. It is, I think it's every bit going to be as good as A Wheel of Time by the time it's done. But there is you're not sure why. There's a character, Dalinar, who is, I think, to my knowledge, it's only been two. I think the third book is out, but I haven't touched it yet. To my understanding, he was so heartbroken by the death of his wife, he went to a witch to beg him to take the memories away from him. Sort of Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, or Eternal Sunshine
Good movie.
Style.
Excellent movie. I love that movie.
But he also can never learn about her again. So anytime somebody says her name, it comes out.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I was married to this country guitarist because I don't even know if he was a country guitar. His name sounded like he was a country musician. It had like three names. So it's like, okay, that's probably either country or blues.
Probably Diamond Dallas Page.
Definitely.
Probably.
Sure was.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I think you're right.
Yeah, for sure it was. Yeah.
Actually, it just came to me. You know what he said? Matchbox 20.
Oh, Rob Tom. Yeah.
It just completely slipped my mind. So that's a thing that is like super important to me right now. God, I love it. And it's really been enjoyable. And it's like been one of those things where it's like I can do it on my own fucking time. I don't have to like schedule around it. It's just like, do I have 30 minutes, 20 minutes to kill? Then pick up the guitar and play it for a little bit.
All right. How about you?
I just got to stick with it. That's the problem.
Okay.
I didn't do it last time. Didn't stick with it last time. But I also...
It's in game form now.
Yeah, exactly. And now it is in game form.
You can't stream it on Twitch?
No. No, I'm not.
That sounds like the horrible nightmare.
Yeah, that does. Let me keep up with chat while I'm trying to do a D chord. It's going to be... Here's the Twitch stream. No, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, it's that Green Day song.
And then I've got one more thing before we start talking about Super C. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Taryn Landon. She got in touch with me, and she had some things to say about our last episode, Start Ropix. Did she get in touch with you?
No.
She informed me, and I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she brought this to my attention because I had questions about Mike Jones last episode. So she sent me a text to let me know Mike Jones, the rapper, not the boy from Start Ropics.
Oh, okay.
He is indeed a Houston treasure, and he is still worshipped to this day. And I didn't know if she was joking or not because I sent a message back. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, really. It's like, all right, then I accept your word. So I just wanted to let everybody know, in case we left you hanging last episode, Mike Jones, Houston treasure.
All right. So relevant. That number was busy. He was using it. He's a Houston treasure.
Yeah, I mean, he was calling the governor of Texas, whom I can't name.
Yeah.
But I bet you can.
Used to be Rick Perry.
Now it's Steve Perry.
Used to be George W. Bush.
Yeah. So there we go.
That's all I know.
JFK was shot in Dallas. That's it. I don't know.
So was JR.
Yeah, I know. And then he came back or something, right? Yeah. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know because like I had what show was that? That was
Dallas.
Dallas. Thank you. Right? Yeah, the fucking city we're talking about. Yeah. Come to think of it, yeah. I think it was. What was the name of that show? Austin.
Tyler, Texas. That's a place.
Garfield and Friends. Remember that time Arlene got shot on Garfield and Friends? By the way, did you know there's new Garfield? I guess it's on Netflix, and it is all horrible CG. Henry was watching it the other day. I came home for lunch.
He was grossed out.
He wasn't. Well, I said he was watching it. Let me rephrase that. Garfield was on the television, and he was not having anything to do with it. Other than every now and then, like he would look at me and say, "Garfield." I'd be like, "Yeah, that is."
Yeah, you keep that up.
That is Garfield. But yeah, he's back in POG form. It was not good. I have seen YouTube CG that was a lot better than that. A lot better than
wonderful.
that. Baby Bus. Anybody familiar with Baby Bus? Baby Bus is not great, but looks better than Garfield on Netflix. It's about pandas.
That lines up.
Pandas. And then there's a penguin named Rudolph who wears earmuffs because, duh,
It's cold.
He's a penguin.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, seems kind of in reverse. You'd think he would be hot because he's a penguin and he is in a regular temperate climate.
Oh.
So I don't know. Not to say that temperate is the regular climate. Sorry. I apologize for my microaggression.
Environmentalists all over angry.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
Dave, you hear that?
I do hear that. It sounds like a whole bunch of like just Lorenzo Music impersonators talking over like if Garfield was built in like a CAD drawing program. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. He's not asking for lasagna. He's asking for, I don't know, linguine. That's the new hotness.
Okay.
Which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, guys. Super Contra, or as it's known in Japan, Super Contra Irian no Gyukushu. That is not a word, but I tried. Or as it translates, Super Contra, the Alien Strikes Back. It's a run and gun video game by Konami, originally released as a coin-operated arcade game in 1988. To clarify, it is also co-op. It was ported to the Nintendo Entertainment System under the shortened title of Super C in North America. And what I love is in Europe and Australia, it was also released, but as Probotector 2: Return of the Evil Forces. Have you seen any gameplay or anything
No.
from Probector 2? It is amazing. It is like what's it called? The Berenstain Bears? Is that the Mandela effect?
Yes.
It's like that because it is Contra, but I guess because in Germany they couldn't have video games where people shot people. All the people are replaced with robots. So it is the weirdest fucking thing to see all these like Contra levels that I remember from childhood, except for instead of sleeveless dudes with headbands running around shooting guns, they're like Transformers. And they're also just shooting other Transformers.
So they're robots.
They're robots. in the skies. Well, they're in the skies. The game, not Probector. Sorry, we're not talking about that. In Super C, the game stars Bill Reiser, up and coming politician. Sounds kind of like, and Lance Bean.
So it's Paul Reiser's brother.
Paul Reiser's brother and Mr. Bean's cousin take up arms in Guatemala to overthrow a government. Get Spielberg on the phone, please.
Perfect.
As you follow them, you control them as they are sent to thwart another alien invasion. Both the arcade version and the NES version have been re-released in various other platforms since their original releases. Tyler, have you ever seen a Contra game in an arcade ever?
No.
Me neither. I didn't. I'll be honest with you, man. Up until my adulthood, I did not know that Contra for the NES was a arcade port.
Well,
I just thought it was a game that was made for the NES.
Yeah, until doing research for this show, this game, I didn't know it was an arcade thing at all. I just thought it was a just NES game.
I've never seen it in an arcade. Now I want to find it. I'm kind of curious if they have it at like Galloping Ghost or something.
Yeah.
I've watched video of it being played. It's weird when I see an arcade version, which is like, I guess, objectively, technically better, you know, in certain aspects. And I see it and I'm like, it looks like garbage. I'd rather play the NES version. And
I'll stick with my own reality. Thanks.
yeah,
Dale.
right. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know. I had also never heard of Super C. When I saw Super C on this list, hi, I'm Dave. I co-host a video game podcast. Yes, I've never heard of Super C. When I saw it on this list, I was like, I guess that's probably maybe a Contra game. I'm familiar with Contra because that's the one that we all played when we were kids.
Yep.
I never saw a copy of Super C. I could go over to a random kid's house in elementary school and they fucking had Contra, like for sure. Like that is like that was a staple game in children's houses in Western Kentucky when I was 7 years old. Super C,
Yeah.
never saw.
Guys with multi guns. Fuck yeah.
I almost wore a bandana to record.
But Dad, it's the Second Amendment game. All right, we'll get it then.
Dad, it's the Second Amendment game.
They're Confederate soldiers that have been transported to the future. Well, goddamn, get the fucking game. What are you doing? Being a little bitch, not getting the game.
I don't understand. I guess the rumor is why they didn't name the game Contra 2 is because of the Iran-Contra
Yep,
scandal.
That's what I saw. Saw that as well.
So
Which I feel like that really fucked him over.
yeah, that fucked the brand for sure. But I don't know. I feel like maybe they could have leaned into it and then like I don't know, put like Reagan in the game, some like political ambiguity.
Like they have Final Fight Guy have Super C Reagan, where it's just you're just Reagan.
I like it. God damn. You know who I hope is DLC character?
But it's one level over and over again because he forgets he just did it.
Oh. I hope. I can't wait for the new Dragon Ball Fighters DLC character, Super C Reagan. Oh shit! He went Super C.
Well, so any ammunition you get, you give to your bosses, and you hope the ammunition then trickles down to you, so then Reagan can use it and go.
Oh, it
kill the
trickles
aliens.
down. Yeah, it trickles down.
Oh man, because I'm playing through this game because I wasn't a big Contra person. I mean, I'd played it a fairly decent amount. Never really played this game, and I feel like this hits because a lot of things for the NES.
Yeah.
Whenever their sequel came out, they
Video
tried
games.
to shift it over hard.
How do you mean?
Mario 2, Zelda
I see.
2, like when the sequel comes, should make the formula different.
I feel like that's like I don't know. I agree with that, but I feel like that's like a very Nintendo developed thing.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like Nintendo did that a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Please continue.
But this game feels more like the difference between Super C and Contra is like the Japanese Mario 2 and Mario 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like they pretty much stick to the same thing, a few minor differences, but overall it's a very similar, like today would just be an expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest difference is the alternating stages. By the way, if you're wondering, hey, where's the Contra episode? Where's the TADPOG Contra episode? We haven't done Contra before. So this is also going to be a little bit tough because we're going to talk about the sequel
have to talk about
the
Contra.
game. But you have to talk about Contra. And I also feel like Contra is like, it's nice because we don't have to explain what the fuck Contra is.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a game that like my parents know what Contra is, vaguely. Like if I said, hey, what's Contra? They'd probably be like the Iran-Contra scandal. I'd be like, no, the video game. They'd be like,
Oh, the Second Amendment game.
yeah, is it right?
Oh, about the Confederate soldiers.
It's into
And
the
$1
future.
of every purchase goes to the Robert E. Lee College Fund. Yeah, I know that. I bought 10 copies.
That's exactly what my parents sound like. It's eerie. I don't understand how you knew that. It's weird.
Now, David,
Yeah.
I'm your mama. Hey, David, I'm your daddy. We both sound the exact same, just like this.
Right, they're demons. Yeah, they actually talk at the same time. My mom and dad are actually the same
It's an
person.
Etten. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, it's more. They're more of like a plant, like a plant person. May or may not have absorbed two people during its whole life. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like Contra is like if you're listening to this show, you probably know what Contra is. It's a fucking run and gun video game, and it's quintessential. It is a quintessential NES title, which I don't want to fucking rush anything. I know we normally at the end of this show, at the end of each episode, say, does this belong on the NES Classic? So let me just put a pin in that.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about it now.
Why the fuck
talk
is
about it now?
Contra not on the
I
NES
know.
Classic? What the fuck, man? Was like Super C
Yeah.
just cheaper?
Maybe. I don't know if Konami's being a dick about it. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense why Contra isn't on there, but this is. It doesn't make any sense.
I do want to say this. I do think Super C is a better game.
Yeah.
I do. I do think it's a better game. I'm glad that it was on the NES Classic because I probably never would have played it. You know what I mean? And it's like, because we're doing it for the show, I got to play a game that I never played as a kid, and I enjoyed it. So I'm really glad that it was on the NES Classic. But it's like, man, you got to go with, I don't care if Super C is a better game than Contra. I honestly do think it's better. But you got to go with Contra, man. You have to go with Contra because that is the one that's like, yeah, I know it's all nostalgia, but that's what that fucking NES Mini is all about. It looks like an NES for nostalgia's sake. I
You're
mean,
right. I think that is a very good argument. Like, it is a nostalgia box. Go with the
it
nostalgia.
is nostalgia box. Yeah, I love did you come up with that? I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Trademark.
Excellent. But there are differences between Super C and Contra. The big difference is in Contra, they had alternating stages where you would have like a side-scrolling run and gun segment, and then they would have like an over-the-shoulder base segment. Man, it's so hard to not say over-the-shoulder boulder
holder.
right?
That's
I know.
what popped into my head
Right?
as soon as you said
Why
that.
is that? I don't, because I say it all the time. Right?
That's true.
That's actually, my anniversary is tomorrow. I should probably get Nikki an over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
That's always like, I'm telling them, let's come to bed. Well, first, take off your over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Yeah. Sweetheart, could you please wear your sexy over-the-shoulder boulder holder tonight? However, in Super C, so in Contra, you have these like, behind the shoulder, third person quasi 3D viewpoints. In Super C, you have these overhead alternating stages, real similar to Contra 3, the Alien Wars, which we have done a podcast on. We'll have a link to that in the show notes if you want to check that out. But I prefer that. I think that makes a lot more sense than those weird base stages in Contra. I know that's a personal preference,
It's
but
better than the ones in fucking Contra 3, like the circular
Mode 7 bullshit.
Fuck those
that was
levels.
that was bad. But the biggest thing, my favorite difference between Contra and Super C is in Super C, I can see the fucking bullets like every time.
Yep.
In Contra, they're fucking tiny bullets that like blend in with the background. So many times as a kid, I would fucking die by a quote invisible bullet unquote, and throw a fit. When I die in Super C, I always feel like, well, I saw it.
Saw that coming.
I just didn't deal with it.
So do you remember Y equals MX plus B, Dave?
Y equals MX plus B.
Yeah.
Is that a rapper
Yep.
from Houston? Is this Mike Jones's rival?
That's it's something you got to remember because that's something new in Super C over Contra. Is how much you got to use that formula because all those slopes, all those slopes,
Slopes on slopes. Yeah. Let me check Snopes.
there are slopes. The slopes is why I put the most.
It's true. We should do.
There you go, Tony. I hope you enjoyed that joke. Got to get a good math joke in there once every 50 episodes.
That's good. I don't know math. I don't know slopes. But there
50 games from now, I have to figure out how to fit the quadratic formula into a joke.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's the quadratic formula.
Nope.
Oh, it's not.
That's the formula for slope. The y equals mx plus b. Quadratic is what a squared plus b squared equals. No, wait a minute. That's not it either. Quadratic. I don't remember. I had to do it.
Fucking math it,
last year.
motherfucker.
You're
Come on,
right.
math genius.
We'll see. No, I'm gonna save it.
Come on, math genius.
It's got a square root in it, I think.
I'm not talking to you.
been
Tell
a
me what
while.
the fucking quadratic equation is.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Google.
No, you got to do it from the head or the heart. You got to decide.
I'll get it tattooed on me.
If you,
Oh, okay. I was pretty close.
yeah, right. What is it?
Oh, wait a minute. A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Quadratics.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? What the what does that?
I had to do that shit last year.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Like, what do you use that for?
Quads.
Quads, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna put a college in this town. How big should we make the quad? I don't know. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Perfect. We'll throw in all the fucking guitars for free.
Well, you use it to solve a quadratic equation.
This sucks.
Yep.
No, I meant this podcast.
I know. So did I.
Let's start over.
Okay.
Let's start over.
So this is like also a little sequel to Alien the movie, right?
I thought we were starting over.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, that was it. I'll just
That's it.
splice in the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the sequel to, the sequel to Alien is Aliens. Little known fact.
Sort of, right? Sort of.
No, it is.
Sort of.
No, I mean, it is.
It's like action-y. It's not really the sequel.
But it is a sequel. It is different. Yeah, it is. It's not a horror movie. But yeah, there are a lot of, I get the point you're driving at.
Do you like the top-down levels in this game?
Yeah, compared to the like base levels in Contra
Yeah.
and compared to Contra 3, yes.
Yeah. Out of the Contra 1, 2, and 3, you're right. These are the best. I still don't like them very much. I prefer the side-scroller
Yeah,
ones.
no,
but-
yeah, I prefer the side-scrolling ones too. I guess they do it to like mix it up. The bad thing about the top-down shooting segments is they're fucking harder because you can't jump.
Yeah, I don't think they're as fun. It's just sort of like there are tons of shooters just like that. Like,
Yeah.
I like
And
Contra. That's why I played Contra,
Yeah.
not Ikari Warriors.
Right.
So-
Yeah, exactly. And the top-down stuff kind of does feel like even just a fucking space shooter. You know what I mean? Because it's like if you just treat the floor as space and the enemies being in space, that it's pretty much just that.
Pocky and Rocky too.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I mean, I like Pocky and Rocky too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might be in the minority here, but I like it when a game like decides I'm going to be this kind of game and I'm going to stick with it as opposed to switching things up like every 3 levels or so. This game doesn't have the iconic Konami code.
Nope, it's a different
which
code.
is
yeah.
really bizarre.
It's dumb,
why,
isn't it?
Why change it? So it's changed, and it doesn't give you 30 lives. There's not a code to give you 30 lives like there was in Contra. There's a code to give you 10 lives instead. I didn't use it because I got first thing I did when I started this game up was the Konami code, and it didn't work, and I was just like, oh, that's weird. I guess I inputted it wrong. Whatever, we'll play. And then I died. And then when it came back up to the title screen, I inputted the Konami code again. It still didn't work. And I was like, wait 1 goddamn second. And then I pulled up a tab in Chrome, and it's like, oh, it's a weird one that is I've never seen before. So, it doesn't really matter. It just feels weird. It feels dumb. Like, why not have the Konami code in it? Mm-hmm. But whatever.
Because that's became super.
Yeah.
They were famous for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. There's some choices that I just don't. I think really sort of killed it for Super C.
It's just weird. It's just
Yeah.
weird choices. I mean, especially because I think it's like Gradius was the first time the Konami code was in a Konami game, and I guess Contra was probably after that.
I had a point I wanted to talk about, but I forgot to actually write it down. So I'm looking this up real quick because I have in my notes that the levels of Super C read like a metal album. but I forgot to write down all the little names of the levels.
Oh, I got them.
Okay.
Oh, I
good.
got them.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
Please do.
I got them. So the goal of the game is to stop Red Falcon and his army. Red Falcon is an alien, and I believe that was changed in later continuity in the Contra series, but I'm not sure. I can't speak to that. Here are the levels. Gates of Fort Firestorm. Okay. Fort Firestorm's Warped Mind Command Center. All right. Tropics
Dr. Wily's Mean Bean Machine.
Tropics of Torture. All right. Lair of the Jungle Aliens. Okay. Massacre Mountains. And then my personal favorite, Jagger Freud's Fruit of the Doom Defense Line, which is a top-down level, which has like Marlboro mouths in the floor. Level 7 is Radioactive Lava Fields. I'd love to see that in Fallout. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. I was like, we've never seen a volcano in Fallout.
Yeah, you're right.
Can Fallout 5 please be in Hawaii?
There you go.
Can we get like tropical Fallout? I'm down.
I would love that.
And
I'd love Fallout in Japan to get that whole side of the spectrum.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last level is Red Falcon's Poison Palace. The best, I think, actually, I'm glad that you brought up metal album names because the bosses in this game are really cool. They look like they all belong on like a Slayer cover or something like that. My favorite is, and honest to God, like, let's start a video game cover band and let's name it after this boss. This is the best fucking name I have ever read in my life for a band. Babalu Destructoid Mechanism. Like, holy shit, man. How good is that? It's a thing that has it's kind of like a spider, but with 4 giant cylinder legs. And it is really fucking easy. I don't know, like...
Lay down, let it walk over you. Stand
up, shoot it. Lay down. Right. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, it's early on. It's like level 3, so it's pretty easy. And then they get like... Did you see
this other one, the Cradle of Filth? That should be a bad name.
Did you see? So the mouths in the floor on level 7. The Marlboro. Did you see the name?
Yeah. No.
Liposuction.
Okay.
Liposuction. And then my favorite is actually a lot of the bosses take up like a full screen, which is really cool. I think the bosses, on the whole, I think are designed well. Like, I like the character design. There is one called the Temple of Terror, which sounds like it's a Six Flag Rides, but it is actually a gigantic skeleton with boomerangs for ears and airplane wings for arms. And then, of course, a vagina on its chest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
7th grade me would have
Right.
fucking sketched this.
Yes. Which kind of brings me to a point I want to bring up. I don't want to forget this. This game is ugly. I think this game is really ugly. I think Contra is really ugly. I think these are ugly games. I think they're a lot of fun, but I do think that they are just butt ugly. I do not find, like, I don't get any joy out of like how the game looks. I think the
If testosterone could draw.
Yeah, it is kind of like, yeah, right. Which I guess is what they were going for in Broforce, which we've talked about.
Yeah.
I know they pulled a lot of inspiration from Contra, obviously. But man, just the palettes, the colors in this game are just, I get what they're going for. They mean for it to look ugly and grimy and gritty, and they succeed. But man, it is just not, I don't know. It just doesn't light up the endorphins in my brain.
I don't feel like a lot of the
things do.
backgrounds in Super C are just black.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, and I guess the benefit of that is that they can fit a whole bunch of shit on the screen. Like a whole bunch of
I didn't
enemies.
have much slowdown at all.
And flicker is really important too in a game like this because, like, again, going back to Contra versus Super C, if you don't want sprite flicker when you got a whole bunch of bullets flying around, because if a bullet is blinking, it's harder to see than if it's not blinking. So I get it. You got black backgrounds, so you can free up memory to use for sprites. But it's an ugly game. Especially, I don't know if you've played, have you played a lot of Metal Slug?
just at Game Galaxy with you.
Okay, it is tough to talk about Contra without mentioning Metal Slug. Metal Slug is a Neo Geo run and gun game, and it is, in my opinion, way better than
Oh, it's
Contra.
pretty.
And it's beautiful, and I'm
It's got a very cool art style.
yeah, and it's stylized. It is a little cartoony, but it's stylized. The sprites are beautiful. A lot of the bosses are enormous, and a lot of wonderful character design goes into those bosses. There's a melee option. There are grenades that you can use. It's kind of like, this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but it is like Contra, but better in every single way that I can think of.
It sounds good. I mean, Contra's a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah,
a lot of
totally.
nostalgia.
And I'm not saying that Contra and Super C aren't fun. They certainly are fun games. I really, really enjoyed playing Super C. I'm glad that I got the chance to do it. I'm glad I had an excuse to do it. But man, I'd be lying if I said that while I was playing it, I wasn't thinking about Metal Slug. So I was cheating on Metal Slug with Contra, and I felt bad about it.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'd love to do a Metal Slug game,
I'm
at
down.
least a Metal Slug
Yeah,
game
yeah.
for the show sometime.
I am absolutely down.
And it's co-op as well. That's a big draw to Super C, is the co-op. I feel like a lot of times in the platforming segments, it's easier single player than it is co-op.
Yeah, you get a little more leeway in Super C from what I read. Like somewhat, you don't have to be two players in the middle of the screen. You get a little more lead time in Super C, so it's easier.
This one would have been Super C would have been fun to stream.
Yeah.
It would have been a fun one to stream. And I thought about it, but I didn't want to set everything back up and get it rolling. I just wanted to play the game,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be one that when I start back up, I may stream that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do you got any achievements?
I do.
Or are you ready for that? We talked about music. We haven't talked about the music.
Almost. It's fine. The music's okay.
I like the music in Contra more.
I do
but
too, and it's because I know the fucking songs. So it's tough for me because it's like that one Contra song is like I know that one.
Yeah.
The music didn't bother me.
I think it's good, but I don't know, there's more, and there's probably just nostalgia also factoring into why I like Contra. Super C is a little more stylized, I guess, over Contra, and I think there's the nice 8-bit simplicity to Contra.
Yeah. It was hard for me because we just came off of Start Ropix, which I love. I know Start Ropix only has like 3 or 4 songs in it, but those songs are really fucking catchy. Like in Star Tropics, when I was playing it, I would find myself the next day at work humming like the Dungeon song.
Wow.
Not once did that happened with Super C. Like I couldn't tell you, like you could play a song from Super C right now and I'd be like, what game is that from?
All right, good. Well, I do have 10 questions for you.
Oh, excellent. Well, I have 10 questions for you. I'm going to hum a song and you're going to tell me what Super C track it is. All right, is this the part where I'm laying down fighting the giant skeleton?
The most unpopular quiz we have given to date.
I don't know about all that.
I do have 10 questions, though, for you, Dave.
You got 10 questions?
I do have 10 questions for you.
Let's do it. Do you
wanna
want to
do it
talk
right now?
Well, I'm looking forward to
It's
it.
up to you. We can do it right now. We can wait a little bit.
I've only got one other thing that I want to talk
Okay,
about.
all right.
I feel like we owe it to Super C to talk about the different guns.
Oh, yeah, I do have a point about that. You're right. I forgot about that.
There are a whole bunch of different power-ups that you collect by shooting footballs. They're called weapon capsules, but they are fucking footballs. In the instruction manual, I'll have a link to that in the show notes, to the instruction manual. Everybody, go to tadpog.com, check out the show notes, look at the instruction manual because they do have the weapon capsule drawn in the instruction manual, and it is a goddamn football. It is a football. I'm not shitting you.
American football.
Yeah, that is a distinction that we need to make. It is a football. You shoot the football, and it drops a hawk with a letter on it. Mm-hmm. And then depending on what the letter is, it'll upgrade your gun in a different way. The only one you need to worry about is S. That is spread, and that's the only fucking weapon. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yep. It was super god tier weapon in Contra. And I think in Super C, they tried to fix it a little bit because it's still the best. But to balance it, they give the bosses more hit points if you use the spread shot.
Yeah.
And they've greatly increased the fireball.
Double the hit points.
Yeah.
And if you're co-op and you both have spread, the bosses have 8 times the hit points. Just because it's like that weapon is just so destructive. And it's like, that's fine. You can do that to the bosses, but it's like you're just chewing through regular enemies. I mean, it's like when I got the spread gun and like I accidentally picked up a different power up, it was like the worst fucking thing ever. Technically, there is I think it's called, I can't remember. It's the fire power up.
I think it's just that fireball. Is that?
Yeah, technically it is the best gun. It deals the most damage in Super C, which it was like a joke weapon in Contra. It fucking sucked. But in Super C, they changed it to where it shoots this like large blast of fire that you could also charge. You could use it as like a charge weapon, which I think is really neat.
Yeah.
There's the laser, garbage. The thing I hate about the fucking laser is, first of all, it looks like a jet of flame. It doesn't look like a laser. It doesn't make a laser sound. And also, it like if you so it's great because it can hit a whole bunch of enemies in a line. So if you got like 5 dudes running at you at the same time, which happens a lot.
You're running behind you.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just chasing you.
They just glom up on you.
You're Forrest Gump, and they're the followers, just all running behind you.
They're in their truck. Yeah. So they're all faster than you, which is they need to do to apply pressure, right? Similar to like Ninja Gaiden or something like that. And the fire, the laser is great because like you can fire it at a line of enemies and it'll take all of them out. But what sucks is when you fire it, if you hit fire again, it gets rid of that laser that you just fired and fires another one. It also kind of feels janky when you're shooting on like diagonals and stuff like that. So I try to avoid it. The only other thing that I love to see is the R, because R is rapid fire. So like you get the spread shot and rapid fire, you have a good time. You have you some fun.
Because I watched some speed runs of this game, and it seemed like they favored the fireball for most of the game. Then once they got to the end, then it was spread and rapid fire.
Yeah.
They chew through like walls and stuff like that you had to toward the end.
Yeah, the spread gun is like really good for the top-down levels because I mean you're covering more distance. You're more likely to hit more enemies because they're all on the floor, as opposed to the side-scrolling levels. Because when you shoot the spread gun, like 2 of the spread streams or whatever are hitting the ground in the sky. There's nothing else there.
Morning pea.
Right, yeah, exactly. Oh, God, morning pea is the worst.
Yep.
It's the second worst. The first worst is like just like when you come and then it's like 30 seconds later, you're like, oh, God, I have to pee. And this is...
I got to switch railroad tracks.
Yeah. I not only do I have to switch railroad tracks, I have to like fucking push this thing down. And it's like, should I just sit on the toilet and push it like between my legs and hold it like a hot dog in a bun? I don't know how to handle it.
Get in the shower.
Yeah, I guess there is that. That is an option.
Or you can do what I learned far after it would have been useful, to flex your thighs as hard as you can for 20 seconds, and it diverts the blood away from your erection into your thighs. So
No way.
It does.
No way.
That's what I do because, I mean, Melissa could walk by me and fucking
You're like
hard.
You're like, watch. I'm gonna make my dick shrink.
So I just sit there and I just flex my thighs as hard as I can, and it works. It does.
I mean, it takes about like 8 minutes, but it works. I just take blood thinners.
So it would have been.
I just crunch them up.
That would have been great for me in middle school whenever I would get hard-ons like fucking clockwork every day.
Yeah.
On the bus in the morning for no reason, just full hard-on, and in my science class. No one attractive, nothing sexy, just time of day. It's like, oh, guess what time it is?
Do you mean to tell me that science is not sexy?
Well, it is now. Back then it wasn't.
Nothing was sexy back then. Nothing was sexy back then. That's it, man. That's all I got.
Yeah.
There are other power-ups, but I mean, it's like, Mega Shell.
Doesn't matter.
Blows everything up on screen.
Yep.
And it's like, other than that, barrier makes you invincible for a little bit. Okay. It's never long enough.
Nope. You got any achievements?
Yeah, I do. I got a couple achievements. Let's see. First achievement. Old school, OG TADPOG listeners might appreciate this one. First achievement is Human Bean. In order to unlock Human Bean, you need to finish the game as Lance Bean, who is player 2. And my second achievement is Scandalous. In order to unlock Scandalous, you need to sell this game illegally to someone in Iran. And then my third achievement is Fruit of the Doom, because I fucking love
There you go.
Fruit of the Doom.
There you
Finish level 6, which involves you defeating Jagger Freud's Fruit of the Doom defense line.
I also have 3.
What you got?
Fuck your balance.
Fuck your balance.
And that's you beat every boss in the game with the spread shot.
Excellent.
Fuck your helicopter.
Fuck your helicopter.
And that's when you beat the helicopter boss.
Excellent.
And fuck your robot wall.
Fuck your robot wall.
That's when you blow up the robot wall.
Excellent.
So there you go.
Did you finish this game by any chance?
No.
I didn't either. I made it. I wanted to. I made it to the 5th stage, and essentially just ran out of time. But I did. I was able to like watch some videos, and I know it doesn't really fucking count. But I felt like I needed to educate myself. I'd love to go back and finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really would.
That's what Twitch is for one day.
What's that?
That's what Twitch is for one day.
Yeah, that is what Twitch is for one day, someday. You know, I've been thinking about maybe streaming to the Facebook page.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
I like that.
Just because, hey, if you're listening to this and you haven't liked us on Facebook yet, think about it.
So close to 800.
We are very close to 800. So yeah, if you could help us get to 800, that would be cool. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I had a lot of fun today
Good.
talking to you about fucking country singers I don't know the name of, and fucking like hobos with nice tattoos and bags of wet clothing. But before we close things out, I have a couple questions I'd like to ask you. The first of which being, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would have to give it the white mustache of one Android 20 from Dragon Ball
Android
Z.
20? Would that be Android 21's twin brother?
It's pretty close.
I don't know.
Android 20. Well, I don't want to get
All right,
spoilers
don't
for
spoil
you.
it. Don't spoil it.
But
Everyone listening knows.
Android 20, though he's a later version Android,
Can't drink yet.
can't do it. He has what I think he has a flaw in his design, which allows him to be beaten, where Android 17 and 18 are better.
He's nothing but testicles.
Yeah, just
So
sewn
when-
together.
So whenever he gets hit, it just is so fucking painful.
So that's why I think I like regular Contra better. Super C's design later, but I don't know. I like the other model first.
OG?
Yeah.
Okay. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I like that beard. I'm assuming that Android had a beard.
He had a mustache. Yeah.
Feels kind of like a weird thing just to put a mustache on an Android, doesn't it? It's like, I mean, like, that was someone's job. Like, someone's job was like to design the Android, and then they had like a hair dude. You know what I mean? Where it's like, all right, Red Ribbon Army, we got all these fucking engineers, scientists working on this shit. You are in charge of all the facial hair.
Well, I love, there's in one of the movies, it's like Super Android 13, that I think Android 13 has a trucker hat.
That's
and
an
that is
unlucky
his. And the Team 5-star that makes the parody.
Terry Bogard.
Yeah, pretty much. And they make such a big deal about the trucker hats in that movie. It's so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to watching all that someday, in sometime in the distant future. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, I don't know, man. What kind of glasses? What kind of glasses would you give it?
The reflective cop sunglasses of the T1000.
Respect my authority?
Yeah.
Excellent. Why is that?
Well, so I mean, despite having all the better design and technology, still gets beaten by the T800.
Ah,
So,
spoilers.
There you go. Yeah, spoilers for T2 if you haven't seen T2 yet.
Excellent. Man, I remember that movie came out. I didn't see it like when it came out. I saw it when I was like in my 20s.
I've never seen Terminator, just T2.
You'd never seen Terminator? I'm just going to remain silent. Yeah, I'm just going to say okay. I don't feel like fighting anybody.
I just watched what was ever on TV.
That's
so,
fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I get it.
I've only seen Terminator Genesis, and I thought it was really good.
You see the T2 TBS edit? Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I got a few more questions
Oh,
for you.
me too.
I want to know how much this game is on price charting. If you were to buy this game used on price charting, how much do you think you'd pay for it?
See, I bet this is expensive. I bet it didn't do very well. I mean, we hadn't really heard much about it. So I'm going to go and say...
It's kind of later, too.
Yeah. I'm going to say $27.
Tyler, actual retail value of Super C used for the NES on pricecharting.com at the time of this recording is $16.50. Still kind of pricey.
Yeah.
But yeah, not crazy. Any guess on complete?
$42.
Very close. $50.
All right.
And new?
$96.
$267.99. People like their new games. Yeah, people like their new games. I want to point out that there's, when I mentioned the football in the instruction manual earlier, there's also this really interesting line in there where they talk about the game being co-op, and they're like, so another guy or a girl, hey, it's the 90s, yeah, can play. It felt like a weird, I don't know. It's a good message, but it just felt like such a weird, shoehorned in thing. Anytime I hear, hey, it's the 90s.
Hey, boys and girls are the same. It's the 90s. Donald Trump will never be president. Yeah.
Hey, it's the 90s. Iran Contra didn't happen like this fucking decade.
Hey, it's the 90s. We recognize AIDS as a thing now.
Hey, it's the 90s. We're still not cool with homosexuality.
Yeah, hey, it's the 90s. Bill Clinton's a liberal. Don't ask, don't tell. It's as far as we're willing to go.
I'd love to see what that version in a 2018 video game instruction manual. I want to see that, but what would it be? Hey, you or your friend who dresses up like a wolf and has sex with other panda bears can play together. Hey, what is it? I don't even know what decade it is.
It's the
tens, dog.
aughts.
No, it ain't the
that's
aughts.
the 2000. You're right. It's the tens.
That's so bad. We got
The 2010s?
fucked. We got fucked.
Yep.
You can't start calling a thing. You can't start calling a decade's not real until it's a 20 something.
Yeah.
The 20s, the 30s, the 40s. Until then, it's just bullshit.
You're just hanging out.
Just 20 years of nothing.
Yeah.
The vacuum. That's all the questions that I have. Tyler.
All right.
I feel like you have 10
I've
songs
got
that you're going to hum.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All right. I have 10 questions, and the theme is Super C.
All right.
Super C.
Okay.
All right.
Super C. The theme is Super C.
He was
The Dead Sea. Damn it.
Damn it. He was
High C.
Yep. You win.
Right,
I only had two.
You had two questions. You repeated 5 times. All right. I'm sorry. I'm done. I promise. Sea monkeys.
That was the bonus. Fuck. He was born Gaius Caesar and was Roman emperor from AD 37 to AD 41.
He was born. Okay, well, that's easy. Gaius Caesar.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're technically right.
That's the best kind of right. Don't put the answer in the question.
That's the theme to all of these.
Gaius Caesar?
Yep. He was born Gaius Caesar.
I know Octavius Caesar and
Roman emperor.
Augustus Caesar. So it's just Caesar.
Not quite what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for? I don't know the answer.
Caligula.
Caligula. I see. I didn't know he was born. Whatever you said. I can't remember.
Gaius Caesar.
I think, doesn't Caligula mean little boot?
Probably.
There you go. I don't know what his real name
Little
is.
boot in which to have a murder orgy.
Right.
Caligula.
I'm pretty sure Caligula means little boot. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it does.
This is the study and practice of map making.
Cartography.
Cartography is correct.
Well, shit, I fucked my theme up where I get the answer wrong and then I give a little tidbit about the answer that I got wrong. Did you know that cartography is a skill in Ultima Online?
And Dungeons and Dragons. This is an American classified advertisements website started in 1995.
Craigslist.
Craigslist is correct.
Yay. When was it started?
1995.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the 90s.
You'll be able to get a blowjob here eventually.
That's what the next time the deaf dude comes up, the deaf hobo comes to the door, I'm just telling him about Craigslist. $20 to $30? Craigslist.
Craigslist. Put it on there. Go to the library. Make a post.
You'll get it. Trust me.
This American professional basketball team is based in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, the Celtics.
The Celtics is correct.
Yeah. Or the Celtics.
The Celtics. You're right. This fast food chain is known for its butter burgers, frozen custard, and fried cheese curds.
Culver's.
Culver's is
Yay,
correct.
Culver's. Do you like Culver's?
Yeah, I do.
I have a Culver's story. Can we pause for
Please,
just a couple
please do.
minutes? So what they don't tell you, I don't know if anyone listening is familiar with Culver's, but Culver's is like a fast food restaurant. They serve butter burgers, all the shit that Tyler just listed. So you probably figured it out. But at this restaurant, I went for the very first time. Nikki was like, I want Culver's. I'm like, I'm on it. Tell me what you want. Great. She tells me what she wants. I get Henry's order. I'm driving. I was like, I'll figure out what I'm going to get when I get there. And it's a long fucking drive. Like, I mean, it is like a special journey to go to Culver's.
Other end of the mall.
Yeah, right. It's like, this is going to sound silly to anybody who lives in a city, but it's like a 15-minute commute. So it's like a 30-minute round trip, not involving the time it takes to order and wait for the food. So I get to the drive-thru, I place the order, everything's good, get the food, come home. We all ordered burgers. Not a single fucking burger has anything on it other than bun and burger. That's it.
What the fuck?
That is it. And so like I opened it and I took a bite and I was like, because I'd never been there before. I asked Nikki, I was like, is this how do they just do it this way?
Do I not see the butter? Is that what the thing is? They're all just,
Is it-
meat and butter?
Do they not believe in condiments at Culver's? Is this like, I don't know,
That's
a religious thing? And it turns out apparently if you don't tell them what you want on it, they don't put anything on it, which is just mind blowing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is
No default.
And I'm sorry, but like I feel like if you are working at that restaurant, you need to be like, what would you like on there?
Yes, that is the way to do it.
As opposed to being like, hey, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. What did he put on it? Nothing. Fucking idiot.
If he didn't say nothing, that's all he wants. Nothing.
Nothing. All right, sorry. I just want to tell that dumb story.
Or now anybody knows when they go to Culver's, buyer beware.
PSA. The more you know. Hi, I did drugs once. Now I got to tell you about Culver's.
One of the earliest systems of writing developed by the Sumerians is distinctive by wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets.
Wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets. Could you please repeat the question? It's a form of writing?
One of the earliest systems of writing developed by the Sumerians is distinguished by wedge-shaped patterns on clay tablets.
Man, I can't recall. I can't recall, but I think you're going to say the answer, and I'm going to really hate myself. But in the sake of brevity, I don't know.
Cuneiform.
Cuneiform. Okay. Well, I don't feel too bad about that.
That's the hardest one.
That was somewhere. Well, Caligula. Little boot.
This is the hidden boss in Mario RPG,
Oh God, I can't
and
remember. His
he
name.
hails from the alternate dimension of Vanda.
Yeah, I know who. He's the Crystal, but I can't remember his name. Is his name? It's not like it's Crystal. It's like some play on the word crystal, right? It's I don't know. Cristallo.
Culex.
Culex. God, I was fucking way off, wasn't I? Culex. All right, cool.
This is let's see. This is the chemical element with the symbol Cu.
Cu. Chemical element. Cu. Culex.
Cuneiform. Cuneiform Culex.
Cucumbers. Caligula. Cu. What would that be? God, I thought you said fucking cuneiform was the hardest one on here. I don't know. You're like a periodic tables, you're like an elements dude.
Yeah, as a kid, I always fucking loved it.
As long as I've known you, I don't think you have one currently in your house, but for the
I
longest
did.
time, I know you had like a table of the periodic elements like everywhere. I honestly, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's
You want a hint?
it's going to be really embarrassing because you're going to give me the hint and I'm not going to know, but yeah, sure.
It's a type of dragon.
It's a type of dragon. Oh, yeah. This makes it worse. No, I don't want... Take the hint back.
Okay, I take it back.
I don't know, dog. I'm sorry. Shit. No, I don't know.
Copper.
Copper. But it's copper you spell not a U.
You're right, you don't. You also don't spell lead with PB.
Yeah, fucking PB.
These are mutated insects found in the Mojave wasteland of Fallout, New Vegas.
It starts with a C. Mutated insects that start with a C. All right,
They're fucking awful.
so ghouls don't start with a C.
Cagools.
Cagools.
Cools.
They're fucking awful. Mole rats don't. That doesn't start with a C. I do know this, but I don't. Are they the swarms or whatever?
They are giant flies.
Oh God, what are they called though? I can't remember what they're called.
Cazadors.
Oh, okay. I don't feel that bad. I never would have gotten that.
There you go. That is my super C quiz.
That's it. Keep them
That's
coming,
it.
man. There wasn't a single high C. I mean, all the fucking ones I knew you didn't have on there. What's up with that?
I had to do the ones you didn't know.
Ah, damn. No catsup. Come on, man.
That'd been good because it's whatever I set it on Google and put C and then a vowel.
It's fair. I like it. I like your style. I mean, look. Normally, I'm the quiz smith, so I'm just giving you helpful criticism. Next time, try some catsup on there.
Okay. All right.
I enjoyed that. That was very well done. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. That's all I got then.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
That's fucking all I got, man. Let's
All
get the
right.
hell out of here.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. YouTube.
Leave us an iTunes review, please.
Yes.
We haven't asked for that in a while.
We haven't.
We've laid off.
And a Facebook review. And a YouTube like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the other day.
Yeah.
I dropped off Kenna at my mom's because I was going to the cabin like we did this weekend. I drop her off.
Where I won the NBA James tournament.
Right. As I'm walking away.
I failed that quiz, so I just want to remind everybody I'm good at some things that don't matter to people.
NBA James matters to some people.
Yeah. Probably Little Boot.
As I'm walking away, Kenna goes, "Daddy, shake your booty." And she turns around and she shakes her booty at me. And then she says, "If you enjoyed that, like and subscribe." And, like I got in the car and I was like, Kenna just told me to like and subscribe to something that she said. We might let her watch too much YouTube.
Yeah, you're done. Oh, hi, you're done with YouTube. You know what? I just want to point out that I'm a little disappointed. Again, I'm sorry. I like the quiz a lot. But condom and cunt, neither of those were on there.
Nope.
We all know that those are the C words.
I thought about putting them on there, but
That's right. That's okay. It was a very good quiz. It's a very quiz. I'm just a little salty that I fucked up so many of those questions.
hey, at least I made it copper. I could have made it cadmium or cobalt.
That is true.
So
You couldn't have
been
gone
worse.
easy and given me carbon. That's probably the only C one.
the first one I
coulda
thought
got.
about was copper.
Yeah.
So yeah,
CU. I'll remember that. There are things. Are you
like
familiar?
AU.
AU's that's Australia.
Correct. Aurum. So gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. You would be okay. So here's the thing. There are a couple. Are you familiar with a game called HQ? I think that you are. It's a trivia game that happens live, like every night at 8 Central, and on weekdays it also happens at like 2 p.m. Central.
Where is this?
On your phone, you just download an app called HQ, and if you do me a favor, and it'll ask you for a referral. Put in Zug Life with a Y instead of an I.
All right.
And I'll get an extra life. So if I fail a question, I can
right.
I can revive too
Sounds
or
good to
whatever.
me.
It is a really fun trivia game that I put off playing for a really fucking long time. Barbecue Baron Drew of Hops and Heroes, he told me about it. And you play it for real money. I mean, it's free to fucking play. From what I understand, it's done by the people who created Vine. They're doing this now, and I have no idea how they're going to monetize it because as of right now, I mean, there's no ads or anything. So I don't know how they plan on making money. But hopefully they do in a non-obtrusive way so that I can keep playing the game. It's fun. It's something that Nikki and I do. But you talking about the elements, like that's a thing I need to brush up on. Like I need to brush up on the elements. I need to brush up on presidents, state capitals, world capitals.
See, state capitals and the periodic table is always my jam.
Yeah. What is the capital of? I'm trying to pick a hard one. What is the capital of Vermont?
Montpelier.
Wow. That's probably right.
So
Like and subscribe.
yeah, please.
Hey, also, if you don't want to do all that, just give us money on Patreon. Patreon.com/tadpog.
There you
Look,
go.
if you give us money on Patreon, I don't really
You give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Just ask Golden God Alex. He does whatever he wants, and we're fine. We are essentially
God Emperor.
God Emperor,
God
right?
Emperor.
What did I fuck it up?
I think he was Golden God, and then he got his upgrade.
Oh,
to
you're
God
right.
Emperor.
He is God Emperor. What
Yep.
am I doing? Golden God Emperor.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially, if you're listening to this show was brought to you by
Yeah,
Golden God Emperor.
And you're lucky that
Alex.
he doesn't ask us to do anything. He just enjoys the show. Because if he asks us to do shit, we just have to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Which let's not advertise that a whole lot because eventually he will he'll call in that favor. I'm sure. I mean, we'll do it, but I mean, we don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
It could be really bad.
Could be bad.
Could be really
That's
bad.
what it is.
Go right, $20-$30.
Yeah. Let's see what. So yeah, like on YouTube, you can give us a review on Facebook, iTunes.
Yeah.
There's reviews on Stitcher.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to review us on.
Yeah.
Our tadpog.com/shirts.
Shirts.tadpog.com.
Shirts.tadpog.com.
Shirts.
Yeah, you can leave us you can buy our shirt. You can leave a review for the shirt. That's fine too.
Hey, did you buy a shirt last month? Fucking thank you, because a lot of people did. And
expo?
I don't know if it was because of the expo, but hey, if you bought a shirt for real, fucking thank you. I really appreciate it. That is a very unexpected amount of shirts were sold last month, which is amazing. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's see. We have that. Took some pictures for Instagram, so that's tadpog_podcast on Instagram. We've got the Tadpog Nation page. So, like, we've got the Tadpog.
Man, we are listing everything, aren't we?
We probably shouldn't because we're way long.
We are way long. Let's.
All right.
You can call us if you want.
Yep.
270-883-2555. You can mail if you want to mail us stuff, like Ross Rachel Green did.
Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Right.
But our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track in the show notes at tadpog.com.
Yep.
How do you even close it out, Dave?
I think that we should close it out as Ronald Reagan.
All right.
Caught doing some bad stuff.
So until next time,
Well,
tropical. Capricorn. Yours is good. Yours is better than mine. That's good.
my dad, true facts, my dad did a lot of Ronald Reagan impressions. My Ronald Reagan, I've never heard him speak. Not once in my life. Not once did we have it. Not once in Encyclopedia Britannica did I ever look it up. That was CD-ROM, right? What was the CD-ROM one? Britannica?
Yeah.
Never
think so.
once. You know what I did instead?
What?
Just listen to Louis Armstrong all the time.
Well, I've only ever seen Reagan on the Atlantic Confusion Genesis video.
Yeah,
So that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was actually him. Did you know that? That president actually looked like when you make a face on an apple and then let it dry overnight. That fucking video scared the shit out of me.
It still scares the shit out of me. It's so fucking weird.
It's good. It was in Carta. Yeah, it was in Carta.